Hi. Last week I talked about relationships. I wasn't planning on doing something today, but I witnessed something yesterday and I just thought it was another interesting take on it. So this is almost like a part two. I talked about how we all come with our own history, our own stuff, our own understanding. So we both come together in a relationship. And it's not just two people coming together, it's two people's systems, it's two people's belief systems. This person might be very laid back, this one might be very rigid. So how does that get navigated? It's very complex. Relationships are incredibly complex. They're like a web of lots of different lines. And when those lines go wrong, they go wrong, as we know. But I wanted to talk about difference a bit more today, because I witnessed this incident yesterday where two people were having a conflict and I was just observing it, and both people were right. It's quite bizarre because they were both right from their perspectives. And often that happens in arguments, doesn't it? It's like, no, I'm absolutely right. And the other person is, I'm absolutely right. And of course, you're in a deadlock. So the skill, of course, is that recognizing and respecting that the person that you're having the argument with or the discussion with or the difference with is coming from that position as well in that moment. Because when we all get very defensive, no, that's not true. We don't all get very defensive. If we're very angered or very upset or very distressed or very vulnerable because of other particular reasons in life, we're going to go into that place very quickly, potentially. And it may not be an external thing. Some people don't get angry ever, but it may be an internal thing. It might be, oh, I'm not listening to you. I'm not taking that. Yes, love, I'll do that. It can be a very patronizing place. So I'm just inviting us all again to think about our positions and how we are in relationships, not just loved relationships, but everyday relationships. This particular incident wasn't in a loved relationship, it was just in a shop area, but everyone you can get caught very, very easily. So it's back to that seek first to understand, find out what the other person was wanting. What were you hoping for from this conversation, or why are you feeling so grumpy today? You know, what's happened today? So your need in that moment might need to get put in the back burner, your piece of information or your discussion you wanted to have with your spouse or your girlfriend. It might be, actually, this person's not in the normal place they're in. So how about a bit of compassion here? And, you know, how's your day been? It seems like you're a bit on edge. Are you okay? You need some time? Because that way that person's going to feel loved and cared for and heard. Their regulation is going to go down, they're going to feel connected again, and then you can then say, can we talk about what happened this morning? You know, that particular thing I wasn't happy about. They're going to be open, they're going to be much more open to talking about it, hopefully, if they're reasonable. So I just thought I wanted to add that in the mix. And I was also thinking, after this particular moment yesterday, I was thinking about how I think in society, and then of course I came home, put the news on, and the news is all about black and white. It's wrong and right, and you're wrong and you're right. And I think we've got caught in making people wrong or making ourselves right. And I talked last week about that grey area. Most things are grey, or somewhere on that spectrum of black and white. They're not here or here. And of course there are people who have difficulties with that. Some people who have very black and white thinking. And if that is you, or if that is your partner, then I think again, it's about not going into that quick place very quickly, but trying to make sense. Why are you thinking that? This is my position. I'm just repeating myself. So I just wanted to share that. I'm sorry if I've repeated myself several times in the two videos, but I may come back next week with a different thing completely. Who knows? Bye. Have a good week.